Okay, welcome back, guys, to the Madcore Hunter podcast. I got Danny with me today. Danny, what's going on?
Still in Wyoming for today and tomorrow. I gotta drive back up to work, be there for in North Dakota for 3 weeks. So getting ready for that and finishing up a few things here and been having good time hanging with family for Christmas. We've had brother and sister-in-law in on my wife's side here for the last 4 or 5 days. So that's been fun getting to see them, and weather's been pretty crappy outside, so I haven't got much hunting or anything like that in. But had a good Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, we did. It's good Christmas. Like we said, these are going to be a little shorter. We've got multiple Christmases to go to and trying to do a little hunting in between. It's been real warm here. I mean, just the other day it was like 70 degrees. So I don't mind it, but for hunting, that's abnormal and it's not a lot of movement. It's a little too warm. So it's been a weird late season. I thought it was kind of good mid-December, and here late December's been weird because I mean, really, you might catch a second rut action type. I'm not saying you can't, but if you don't have the cold temps and food working for you, you're kind of just shooting in the dark to me. But it's been good. It was good.
I found it a little interesting. Is I got some whitetail around the house, but not more mule deer here. And yesterday I was outside in the evening and happened to look across on a neighbor's alfalfa field and saw two whitetail moving across the edge there. I just tried to get to the truck to get to the binos because they looked like bucks. And I didn't, they were gone. They were in the brush before I could get the binos on them, but one of them looked like a pretty decent buck for this area. So maybe they're making a comeback. When I first moved here back in, oh, 2000, and I, uh, I actually hunt. It's kind of crazy story, but I got a doe tag because I got here in November. It was the only thing I could get as a non-resident. I got a whitetail doe tag, and I actually killed some state property by me, but there's no access to it. And my next door neighbor of where I live now is who we had permission because he backed up to this public, and it's funny because he still lives here. He don't even really remember it because I'd come in with somebody else that had permission with him. But I'd killed a doe back in '02, 23 years ago over there, and now I live right next. I don't butt up to it, but I'm 4 acres away from it, basically.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there used to be a lot of whitetail back there, and it's they've died off some over the years and stuff, but looks like they're starting to come back. I had a like a 130 deer on camera in the middle of the night one time last year.
that's not bad. Well, maybe they'll make a comeback and you'll have decent hunting right out your door there.
We got antelope across the creek, and I think I saw I bet there were 75 to 100 turkeys out in the field across the creek the other day.
Really?
There's a there's a flock of like 200 in this neighborhood, and when it gets cold, they all roost on my next door neighbor's place. And the trees will it's in their yard, they're big old cottonwood trees, and there'll just be literally hundreds of turkeys in that
Dude,
guy's yard in the tree.
I bet they crap everywhere. I bet
I,
there's
I'd
so
hate,
much.
I'd
Yeah.
hate it. I,
It'd be almost
I,
a nuisance out there, wouldn't it?
yeah, that neighbor's like a rancher, and I've never even talked to him, but he's got a big alfalfa field I can see from my porch, and the antelope are usually out there. It's funny though, because those antelope I've hardly ever seen them cross the creek. And I mean, I'm only 100 yards from where they're always in the field, but
Hmm.
it's thick on my place, so they don't come over there. The mule
That's
deer and
interesting.
the turkeys and stuff do.
Yeah.
And turkeys, I've got some short trees on our place, and the turkeys will jump in those every once in a while when it's cold, but they're only 15, 20 foot off the ground.
Hmm. So, have you been doing much hunting or not? I think you said with the weather and such, it's kind of shut down
No,
for you right now.
I had kind of a week here, but the wind has been so bad that I haven't got out. And with the family being here, I got to travel, 4 hour round trip to hunt where I had a doe tag. And like even the elk, we could, or my wife had a cow elk tag, and we never got out. I almost to the point to stop putting her in. She likes hunting for getting acquiring meat, you know,
Yeah.
but she don't have a. I usually have killed plenty the where she's not too worried about it. Honestly,
Hmm.
we would have probably had to given away most of that elk because I killed an elk earlier this year, but
Yeah.
it'd have been fun to try to get out. It just family got here before we could go out and try to fill that tag, and it'll be over here at the end of December. So I'm not even gonna get to hunt that tag.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, probably not going to fill all mine. I've got Kentucky and Illinois left. Now, I have been hunting Kentucky. I've seen a buck almost every time over there. I'm just not the one I want. Then I'm going to go to Illinois for a couple days here soon. So hopefully next podcast, because I got some time off, I'm going to hunt Kentucky and Illinois and even do a little meat hunting here because I've been jacking around. I need another doe or two for the freezer. So I got to.
How long's Indiana season stay in?
It goes out the 4th. So Indiana will be done, but this coming weekend when we're recording. So um and
Kentucky stay in
then
any longer?
I think Kentucky's till the 17th, and I think Illinois is the same, around the 17th, a little bit later, a couple more weeks. Don't
I'm
quote me on that.
I've already started seeing people picking up sheds.
Yeah, it's sad. It's about over. Like I was talking to some other else. It's just about over, and I feel like I've hunted more this year than ever. And then with the family and just other goals that I've had, it's been a busy fall, which is what I like. But um,
Yeah, they just go by way too quick, and it's hard, man. I'm a, I'm gone for work and then home and gone, so it just makes it even of a longer fall. I love it for getting to go hunting for not just 2 days a week. I get to go for 12, 14 days at a time, but it just makes I'm gone so much. It's just hard. So I'm kind of glad to get a break, but I'm already missing it.
yeah,
So, but I
yeah,
got
I'm right there
some.
with you.
It sucks, but I got a little remodeling project I need to work on here in the next hitch off. But I don't know. I got mountain lions in here until the end of March and coyotes. So maybe get out a little bit. And North Dakota, I got 2 more weeks for pheasant. We haven't got the pheasant hunt at all, but my buddy's still got a deer tag, and it runs till the first or second week of November or January, sorry. So I'll be trying to help him, but it's pretty miserable with there's been snow on for a month and a half now. That's pretty crunchy. So I don't know about that.
Speaking of upland, we did get out. We knew of one of our farms had a pretty good covey on it, and we got lucky and found them. It's warmer weather and mornings aren't good this time of year, so I talked Dad into going and getting the dogs out. They need a little tune up, anyways. And dude, we got right on them, and it's real thick, so I didn't take my good like over and under. I just took my rabbit gun, which I'm pretty good with it too, but it's a pump. And dude, I missed quite a bit. Like I felt bad. I missed 3 or 4 birds before me and Dad finally got one. I winged it and he knocked it down, which you don't want to take more than probably 2 or 3. It was a bigger covey, anyways, but it's just good to get the dogs out there. My dog
Was that
Duke,
in Indiana?
yeah, yeah, and Duke did really good. I mean, for wild birds, they don't smell usually. We take them to some place and takes. There's not much else to do in January, February, and it's close enough, man. And it gets people together. It keeps the dogs happy. They don't really know a difference. So we got that coming up, but he did really good on wild birds. We knocked one down, and I'm still off social media, but I'll probably post about it because he did a good job.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, we used to hunt down in the country that you guys are probably hunting, and used to be in the birds all the time down there. I mean, it was in the 90s probably.
Yeah.
That they were there and the bird numbers were declining, but I remember some good bird hunts down in that country. Um, I don't know that I mentioned it was when I was in Illinois and on the big ag farm, I jumped a giant wild covey. There must have been over
Really?
30 there must have been over 30 birds in that covey.
Yeah.
Yeah, even my buddy that, has the permission down there on that place, he was surprised this could be because he said, he was the same way. He grew up there in southern Indiana and he used to have some birds when we were growing up on his dad's farm. And he couldn't he had not ever ran into him down there on that farm that I did in Illinois. So that was
It's
pretty cool to see. They
yeah,
just
that's
kept coming up, man. That was
that's
one
a
of the
big
biggest
covey.
coveys. That was a huge covey.
Yeah. Might have been 2 getting together, if it maybe, the temperature's dropping, but we looked at a couple other farms, and it's so hit or miss. We knew of some coveys that had been there, but who knows where they are, and, like, usually you wanna have ag somewhere, like beans or corn, they're gonna be going to that than going to cover, but I would love for them to make a comeback because I love upland hunting, and it's just we don't live in a very good state for it at all.
Yeah, those birds that I jumped were on it's just a creek bottom that's probably 60 yards wide, 30 yards on each side of the creek, and they were right in the crop edge and some briars was where they came
Yeah.
up out of. Did you get you anything cool for Christmas?
No, I've been on a hold
A
as far as
decompression?
yeah, I've been spending too much money, man. No, we kinda agreed not to try to give to others. It was more of a giving season for me. I guess I did trade my Zenbivian. I told you, I had the 25 degree and we about froze out in Utah. So finally, they got the 10 degree. I went with the Muscovy down, and it's the Exped Dry version. I think it just came out, or I might have got early dibs because I emailed them about it. So I did trade that in. I got that, and I think it was $160 more than on top of what I had already spent. So I don't know what the total was. It's not cheap, but I did upgrade that. I guess that would be a piece of gear that is not cheap. But what about you? Sounds like you bought yourself something or got
I
something.
just had I didn't buy me anything. My wife got me a couple things, and usually I just have a list for her and I want her to pick off of it. And this year she bought me some stuff not on the list, and I'm like, great. You know? But she got me a couple cool little things. I don't have a name on these, but they're a compressed towelette. I've seen them before. I took a picture of them as like, and these are a knockoff. This is not the name brand. Of course, what I saw was an advertisement on um, Amazon, but that tube holds 10 of them. They're compressed towels. This is the size of them. These are what would be pretty cool to take with you in the backcountry.
Yeah.
Just watch this. So that's the size of it. I'm trying to look here. Just a little bit of water, not much at all. If this one's going to work. Oh, but see that thing's building up,
Yeah.
which maybe I didn't get enough water, but don't take much at all. But that comes out into like a really good size towelette for the backcountry.
That is cool, man. Are they
So
um
I think they're biodegradable also.
do they have any I guess there's no moisture because you have to add. Do they have any like I don't know, like aloe in them or anything like that or
I don't know. You'd want to search them or just as a compressed towelette. Like these are probably, I think they're a knockoff of Amazon, but I'd looked at them and actually sent a picture to Zach a few months back. So I don't know how my wife found them because I never mentioned it to her. But just for something to carry to go to the bathroom and clean up your hands and stuff like that. Pretty light, real lightweight. And like I said, there's 10 of them in that thing.
that is neat. I
Yeah, it's
guess I guess
kind of a
something
cool idea.
Yeah, I use those. They're not it's like Pride, it's just one, but, I think I talked about them. They're called, Wicked Towels or something, and, they're not compressed like that, so that would be nice, especially if you're a backpack hunter.
Are those the ones that are the moisture in them? They're wet
Yeah,
and got a
yeah, they
little
have
soapy.
yeah, those are more for, like, at night, giving yourself a whole bath, and
They
out there, I don't care about scent, like, they'll be, like, peppermint and lavender and just give you a little bit of something, not smell your
I
own
w
BO.
I don't know. I found some at Shields that I really like. They're not compressed. They're more like they're individual wrap. They got a lot of moisture, but they're tough. They're amazing for getting blood off your hands and stuff, and for going to the bathroom because they're wet.
Yeah.
So one of them works just fine.
They're real big. I think it's the same ones I use. Are they called, like,
Yeah,
Wicked or
I was gonna look. I got them in my truck, and I was gonna look before we jumped on here, and I forgot about it. But um, I found mine at Shills, and they're the ones I've got. They came out with they're unscented.
Yeah, they have an unscented version, but, like,
Yep.
elk hunting, you know how you are, like, you're gonna get smelled regardless. I feel like they're not,
Yep.
like, a heavy scent, but I don't mind having a little bit of something, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That was pretty cool. But no, it's just a little present. She did get me a. She got all of us a wool blanket. Um, and I hadn't had one of those in a long time. Back when Zach and I first moved here, he had one from his grandpa who had served, in the army, and it was we always used it when I mean, I probably wouldn't want to pack it in, but it was amazing for truck, camping next to the road and stuff.
mhm.
And I think it's like 6 foot by 7 foot, uh, really big, and just seems like it's a high quality wool blanket. It was made by a company called uh, I don't know if I can pronounce it. It's ARCTURUS, the Essential Wool Blanket.
Is
It
it
looks
made
like
in USA or
oh, I thought it was. I thought it had a dang sign that said it was, but it says designed in Washington
Hmm.
State.
Wool,
Yeah,
man,
so
is I wouldn't say it's making a comeback, but,
you're
like,
seeing it
just
a lot. You're seeing a lot more.
yeah, like my merino wool underwear, I guess I bought those. I just if I need something, I kinda buy it type. You asked me for Christmas, I guess she wanted to give her sister a phone, like, the family dynamics is, she's, really helping out there with her sister and managing that part of her life right now because you know how a teenager with a cell phone is. But she wanted her sister needed a phone, so she was gonna give her, like, her old one or my old one, so she ended up working out some deal, like, Shelby's kind of a swindler. But I ended up getting the new, iPhone 17 Pro. So, I didn't really care too much, but it is nice, and the video on that is crazy, which I think I brought that
You
up
were
last.
mentioning it. You were mentioning how well the camera was.
Yeah, so I guess that's something we didn't get, like, on Christmas Day, but that was kind of our gift to each other. We're trying to give and save. We're gonna wanna try to upgrade places in 2026, and, I don't know, just wanna save, and ensure we're ready for that if God decides to move, so
That's pretty exciting. I know. I don't know exactly. It's been about a week ago now, but my cousin Nathan Moore had a baby boy here right before. I think it was on the 23rd, actually, right
good.
before Christmas. So that's kind of exciting. Look
Yeah.
forward to getting back there and meeting him because that's the more lineage carrying on. So
Yeah, man, congratulations to them, especially if they're listening, congrats.
yeah, that was pretty exciting to hear.
Yeah, well, right on, good for them, man, but I don't know, did you get anything else? Anything else crazy?
No, it was pretty tame Christmas. We had a lot of people in, and the grandkids got a pretty cool gift. Is we My wife bought them Oh, it's it looks like an old army Jeep. It's a little go-kart thing. You got 3 speeds and reverse. So they've been out here tearing everything up on the property, riding around on these Jeep things.
That's cool.
And they're foreign made, so it's been trying to keep the dang things running. But
Yeah.
they're having a lot of fun. I think she purposely did that just so that they always want to come to the house. I believe is what happened there.
Well,
So it was
fam
kind of a strategic move by my wife.
yeah. Family's important, man. Family's
Oh yeah.
important.
We've had a lot of it. I'm actually kind of ready to maybe go get a few days by myself.
Oh.
It's been good, but it's been a lot.
No, it's understandable. It
I
is.
also need to get away from all this food because that's all we've done for a week is eat. It feels like so.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna talk about is goals for 2026. It seems like a lot of people's goals is always fitness or something. Um, I've got some goals that I'm laying out. I've got some things I'm still praying about, but I guess what are your hunting slash life goals for 2026?
I really need to be better about it because man, our wing stuff like I'm always, because of living in Wyoming, I know no matter what happens, I've always got my general elk and my general deer tag. I do have to draw antelope. So, I know those dates. I'm always getting my tags applied. I hope to put in with my grandson. Leighton will be his first year. He'll be turning 12. So, right before season, I hope to get it put in as a group with him and his dad and stuff and the other granddaughter and see if we can't pull another good tag because there seems to be a little bit to that when you're putting in for the first time for a kid. So we're going to try to put in for a real high quality
Okay.
elk tag and see what we do. I look forward to that, getting him out for sure. And then I don't know other states. I'll be putting in for North Dakota. Um, Maybe pay attention this year for the Illinois thing because I'd never put in for them before. I did buy the tag when it first came available, but um, I don't know if they actually run out, but it could become a thing. They could absolutely start running out in these states that do have a limit on these different tags because of everything changing in the West. Like I'm pretty sure that Idaho, I saw their deadline because they just started to where you have to put in there. They used to be over the counter, and I think the deadline was December 15th or 18th or something like that. So looks like you already missed out if you were putting in for Idaho.
Mm.
But I don't know if that's fact. I saw a post about that. But a big one is I'm gonna try to hit the fitness harder than I have this year, and
There we go.
I'm not I'm not good at it. It's going to have to be a complete change of lifestyle. The biggest true goal is I do drink pop, and the here January 1, I'm getting off of that. So that'll help lose weight right away, you know, in the first month for sure. But I just want to stay active. It's just hard. I know it's hard, but it's difficult to get outside here in North Dakota. It's just nasty weather.
Well, do
So
they have a gym up by you in
they
North
do.
Dakota?
It's just, dude, I hate things where I have to make an extra step and going to the gym because of like I got to pack my shoes in because I got snow on my boots or something. That annoys the crap out of me. Like I just want to walk in there, do my thing, and walk out. I don't want to have to go to like the locker room and all that crap. I'm weird about that. It's even the same thing like loading up a truck. I want to make one trip. I don't want to have more stuff than I can just carry in or just having to carry stuff in and out every day is annoying. It's weird.
Yeah.
I need to make that change. I got a bunch of weight that I want to drop, to be honest. So I just I've never really worked out. It's just not been part of my lifestyle, and it's the times I had it lasted a month and just got bored with it. Didn't see much happening and moved on.
Yeah.
So, but I think Zach's a little motivated. too, it seems like. So maybe between me and him, we can keep each other going a little bit.
That's good, man. That's good.
I don't I don't have any real giant plans for hunting. I've got some money put away to do a big hunt, and I'm still trying to cipher out where I want to go. I I really want to go to Alaska on a true adventure hunt and do like a big pack in
Mm-hmm.
on horses on several miles, a little farther than what you would see here is something I would like to do. So
Yeah, that would be neat. That's on my bucket list as well.
yeah. I've been saving for a few years and I got some money set aside to do those, but those hunts are also like they're just ridiculous what they cost. I always thought I'd go on a big moose hunt there. Those moose hunts are like 35K to go with a guide.
Just think like if you invested that, man, like that's what I always think. It's like, man, I had to be so well off before I spent it on a hunt because, you could grow it and then you got your family to think about, which I'm a little younger, you're at that different point, but I know what you mean. That's a lot.
Yeah. And I don't know. I got to do it. I mean, I got to go to Alaska and it's the only way I'm going to probably go, you know, I don't know. I fight it all the time because I've always wanted to go on all these trips. And then when it comes down to money, I'm like, yeah, I don't do it.
Mhm.
But I don't know. There's a few others. That's a little farther than a little more than what I would want to do. I don't want to pay anything, but that's a little out of my reach, you
Yeah.
know. But but I want to go on an adventure once, and I'm going to drop some money to do it. You know, I say go on an adventure. I mean, I get that here. I've had adventures here in Wyoming. I've got to go in, a long ways. It's just I want to go in and live there a long
Mhm.
ways in,
Yeah.
for a week. But even caribou's crazy. They're all pretty crazy expensive. So it definitely need to do some research and look at it. But I can't take the money with me.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So that's going to be some of it. And I almost booked an Africa trip last year. Just the reason for me on Africa is because you can go um, shoot, 5 or 6 animals for quite a bit less than like that moose hunt. You know,
Mhm.
you ain't gonna
Yeah.
get the meat back is the only thing that sucks, and that's why a lot of people don't like it. But you can get your trophy back and eat the game while you're there. While you're
Yeah.
there,
That would be
so
neat.
but you gotta watch them. Like the one I was looking at, I was really close to booking it and searched online trying to find videos out of the area that they were hunting. And I mean, dude, they were shooting them from the top of the truck and like there was a power line. They were hunting they were fenced in. They may have had a big area in which most of those over there, a lot of them are fenced in, but it's 30,000 acres. Well, they're hunting along the dang fence. Like, I don't want to see that. Even if you did go to one of those spots, they got 30,000 acres. I want to hunt in the middle of that. I don't want to see a power line and stuff when I go to
Mm.
Africa. I want to
Yeah.
see the country. So I'm very cautious about, like, I may never make a decision because of the way that I am looking at all this stuff on it. I want it to be a certain experience, and I'd hate for it not to actually be what I was looking at.
World's getting smaller in a sense.
But yeah, for sure. It's harder to find adventures. I know there's some people going and uh this time of year is when they're dropping down going after coos deer and
Yeah.
late mule deer down there in the Arizona area and stuff. But I got a few months here. I really would like to try spring bear, and I'm going to try to. The other goal is to ride often with my new horses.
Yeah. That's a good goal. That's
Yeah,
good.
and try to get them out. I would like to go on a good bear hunt and see if I can't get a bear here this spring.
What state? Wyoming?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we got a ton. It's a weird time of year. It's doing projects at the house, honestly, is what it ends up being. And for whatever reason, as much as I hunt, I've never went spring bear hunting here. It's just,
Really?
it's like I'm never off at the right time.
Hmm.
It's an odd thing because we talk about it every year, me and a few other guys, and I've just never went. I know that you could go down there where we elk hunt and kill bear every spring, and I just haven't been down there and done it. But hopefully change that this year.
I would like to go bear hunting. I have not bear hunted yet. I could, but there's other things I want to hunt between vacation and I guess money. More vacation. I just don't have time to do it all. I think
They
after
don't
elk
have
hunting,
they don't have horns.
yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, I'd rather
But you
upland
like
hunt.
but you like the turkey hunt, so that doesn't make no sense with you.
I love turkey hunting, I love upland hunting, but I want to shoot a bear, but it's not like I don't think I could see myself wanting to like shoot a bear every year. Like that's my trip. There's just other
I've
things.
got more interest in it recently. I've shot two, one with a bow, one with a gun, and uh, it was exciting to do it off the ground with bow, not baited. The first one was baited hunt in Canada, but I killed that one while I was elk hunting, and I haven't been that excited about shooting something in a really long time. But I shot it at 9 yards off the ground,
Yeah,
and it growled and stuff when I shot, so it was a pretty cool experience.
that would be. I
Yeah,
like that.
I enjoyed that bear, that hunt. He come into a water hole, and I was trying to shoot him on water, and I couldn't get a what I want. He kept having his shoulder. He was broadside, but he was down drinking, and he kept having that leg back, and I couldn't shoot. That one. I had to wait a really long time because I drew back like 2 or 3 times while it was on water and couldn't get the shot I wanted. And then it
Yeah.
came out of the water and walked right at us. So it
Huh.
was pretty intense.
Didn't you
That
shoot
was
one with the recurve too, or not?
I missed one with recurve.
Missed one. That's what I mean.
I missed a I missed a really big bear with a recurve. That one haunts my dreams because it was like a 300-pound bear in the middle of the water hole we were sitting on, 20 yards. So that was the first animal that I ever took a shot at with a recurve as far as big
Oh
game,
man.
because we were set up for elk coming in on this water hole in a tree stand, and that bear came in, and it was like a 20 or 17-yard shot. And I don't know what, but I just whiffed. I shot completely under that thing. And I was, because I mean, that's a shot I could drill all the time. And that sucked really bad because I had a compound in the tree with me also, and I hadn't killed a bear in years.
Mm. That's
That
close
one,
though. Yeah, I would have
yeah.
done the same thing.
But I killed it. But I drilled the elk I shot after that. So I guess it got me ready for that.
Yeah, eats better.
So, yeah. But no, spring bear that'd be a fun one. It's a pretty long season here. I don't know why I haven't got that done. Just like timing never worked out for whatever
Yeah.
reason. But you got any other big plans?
So I think the thing I'm contemplating right now is to do a full Ironman. This is more fitness style. And then what date? It takes a lot of time, a lot of training. There's other things I'll have to give up if I do that. So I'm praying on that. But I started that journey, and I did the half or 70.3, whatever you want to say, and we did a podcast on it. But uh, I have the time this time in life because we're going to want to grow the family and this and that. So I'm debating on doing that as far as a fitness goal. I mean, regardless, I'm going to go to the gym and I'll do a couple small triathlons if I don't, just because they're fun to me. Um, family. We want to. We're praying. Hopefully, we can upgrade houses. As we grow the family, I want more land. I mean, I would like to have pasture and have a mule or two, be able to put a food plot out, something like that. This has been a good first home, but it's tough, man. Back here, stuff's real expensive. I'm not complaining, but I think other people can
Uh,
they know where I'm coming from. It's
it's everywhere.
it's expensive, man. To just you grew up thinking you'd have 100 acres and a big house if you got this good job, and I feel like I got a good job, and it's very challenging to get that, and you've got people coming over from the city. And just the other day, I was talking to a guy that I hunt on. He's like, yeah, calling themselves the Louisiana boys, and they're up there dumping corn and this and that. I don't know if they're hunting over it. I got to do a little more investigating, but he's like, that's why there hasn't been that many deer here. It's like it's a big parcel and they all went on it together. I think the big thing now is a lot of guys, the 100 acres, there'll be like 5 guys go in on it, because it's just so expensive and they'll share the deed or something. So, not to get down a rabbit hole, but it's, you kind of got to get a little weird if you want a big parcel of land, it seems like now, or something. So, we're praying on that. Hopefully, we can get that done. Obviously, I'm a father now. Little man he's getting to an age he's just a lot of fun. Doing a lot more with him, and he's starting to realize, when I'm not around, and he wants to do stuff with me. So makes it harder to leave the house at this point too.
Yeah.
Um, those are kind of the two big things. As far as hunting, I don't know if I see myself doing anything different hunting wise. Like I couldn't even I mean, I might get it done, but I'm running out of time, like fill the tags. Like to try to kill 3 mature bucks is challenging, man, especially Illinois, you got to go stay the night and this and that and trying to make that work. I would like to get a Kentucky lease. That's a goal of mine. Like I would love to at least have around 50 to 100 acres that I can lease, put a food plot out, nobody else hunts. They can bait over there. If all else, I'll put a feeder, some place like that for deer and turkey, almost more turkey. We have a pretty good turkey spot, but permission spots come and go.
Yeah.
I think that's hunting wise, that's a big goal of mine. We're still debating on what we're going to do elk wise. If we're going to go back to Utah, if we're going to cash in Colorado points, I've got to do more research. Ed was saying the other day that like in 2027, Colorado is going to do away with the preference point system. And then like whatever you have left, they're going to cut in half for you to use. Or I got to do more research on it. Don't quote me on that, but I know that that's going away. And I think I have 6 or 7 points, which isn't a ton, but it might get us a little bit better of elk hunting than we've, is than over the counter public land. So
Hey, let me know how many points you got.
I got 6 or 7 for sure. Why?
I might be able to get you some information.
Okay. So we might do that because I think Dad has 4 or 5. He's 1 or 2 behind me because I think him and Bill and Tony went one year that I couldn't, and it was like a couple years after. So he's 1 or 2 behind me, but I don't think it's not like Wyoming. You can't. It doesn't help to combine in Colorado like it does Wyoming, I believe. So
How many points you got in Wyoming?
2, 2. Yep.
Seems like that was longer time frame since you were here last.
I'll have 3, but I don't think
Yeah.
you can. So we'll see. Yeah, we might look in. I mean, I would love to somehow, like, if I could pay extra, like, get back to Wyoming. So we'll talk about that stuff, but, we're going to go elk hunting, Lord willing, unless something else comes up where everybody wants to go uh, pronghorn or something like that. I've got quite a few mule deer points in Colorado as well. So, I mean, if they're going to do away with points in 2027, I may, do like an elk hunt and then a mule deer hunt or something. I don't know if I can do them both in the same year, but probably looking at Colorado so I don't waste those points.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I haven't, got to the drawing board too much, but those are the main goals I'm looking at now. I think with the podcast, I want to get social media back, try to, I would like to get this podcast out there a little bit more. It's been a nice break, but I think I am going to get back on social media, try to get us out there a little bit. And then obviously the Bible study, uh, start adding that into it. That's been on my heart to do that,
Right on.
but nothing, I guess, too crazy. But I don't know. Full Ironman, that's a lot. That's one that's I'm really debating on because that's a big commitment.
Yeah. I'm sure
It's
that'd be a lot of training.
yeah, Yeah, and like there's none close. Like like I've got it narrowed down to three. It's either New York, Texas, or Jacksonville.
Hey, when do you got to do TAC? When you got to apply for TAC?
That's a good one. It depends on which one you're doing, but it seems like March, if I remember right.
You
Now it
need
could
to
change.
keep me posted if you're you know, if you want to. I know you've talked about trying to do one together, so
Yeah, let's try to if you could fly or I could fly out there, of course you'd still have to drive. I think they have one in Montana, Utah. We need to look at that. But yeah, tax for those listening, it's you're gonna have to look at that probably from February on, depending on which one you're gonna go to. I usually don't go too early because I'm turkey hunting, but I think let's see, Pennsylvania is the last weekend of May usually, and that's my favorite. That's their biggest. So maybe we can get together. You can fly out, go to that one, or we can fly to you and go to one in Utah or Montana. I don't think there's one in Wyoming yet. I know their goal was to have one in each state, but I'll keep everybody updated on that because I missed the deadline last year. They change it every year because the registration is very hard to do. So
yeah.
be planning for that because those are a lot of fun. Indiana, don't recommend Indiana. It's hot. If it's too crowded, I'll probably go one day. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's about it. We've been going for a while now, man. You got anything else to bring up?
No, I was gonna probably gonna look at maybe slowing down a little bit. It's just a hard time of year with not much of the hunting stuff going on, so we're kind of debating what we're gonna do here. But we may go to every other week. Um, but we're gonna talk about that a little more and see if we always can reach out to people and get guests. We just know that we don't have a lot to talk about right at the moment, so it's a little hard to get a one out every week at the moment.
Yeah, we don't want to just get on here and just be rambling. So yeah, like Danny said, we're looking at going every other week, maybe a Bible study in between, instead of just adding two a week. That's a lot. That way there is something going out every week, and then trying to get more guests on with information because I rabbit hunt and bird hunt, this time of year, and I'm still going to do a little bit of deer hunting into December here, but it's coming to a close where I'm not going to have too many stories, and I would like to learn some stuff. So we might reach out to some pretty cool guests as far as I don't know, like deer biology always interests people. Just more informational, educational. I guess this is the time of year. Maybe do some gear reviews. I mean, I need to slow up on gear, but get some other people on here that
Yeah.
can review gear a little bit. I mean, I ran into a guy out in Utah that worked for King's Camo, and got their contact, and we just brought up the podcast, like just something like that. I mean, I don't know about, Sitka or Kuyu, but maybe even like a clothing brand or something, packs, there's some stuff. So we might get weird and try to get some guests on here to give us some education.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Other than that, appreciate you guys listening, and we'll see you next week. We haven't decided on every other week. Hopefully between the three states I'll hunt within next week, that hopefully I have a story. Danny, I appreciate you, man. We'll see you guys next week.
Right on. Have a happy new year.